So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Anthony Hitchens.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's taken down, a cheap sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Anthony Hitchens.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Hurts to throw. Left side here to Sanders. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team just trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Complete to
a big play there. 88 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they can. Continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Kansas City.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Number 8.
A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Is good. Makes the score Chiefs 14, Eagles 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On the draw, here's Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Chris Jones.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to let this one go deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brings up
after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Eagles 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line. The
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. Tackle man.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be taken in by Hightower. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Intended for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop into
a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Mahomes pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
2nd and 7.
Another run here with Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll flip this out to Huntley.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
1. They run here with Jason Huntley.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And with a play clock running out, Doug Peterson decides to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
53-yard attempt.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now here's Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
Mahomes hit, he lost the football.
Derek Barnett. Jalen Hurts sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And some room to roam now. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 8.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
No disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Steps away to his left.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed in. Every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Caught by the tight end Hurts. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At the 46.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Randolph. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Circle round twice for the encore.
Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of